By the end of 2026, people you know, friends, family, colleagues, will disappear from your reality. Not because of a war, not because of a new virus, but because of a frequency shift so profound, it will tear the fabric of our agreed-upon reality in two. If 2025 was the year the cracks in the old world became impossible to ignore, 2026 is the moment the entire structure begins to collapse. And listen to me closely, this is not a disaster. This is a correction. The energetic fog we used to hide in, playing our old roles, is evaporating. The universe has stopped waiting for humanity to catch up. We are entering the year of radical authenticity, where you will be forced to confront not what the system wants you to be, but who you actually are. If you feel an unshakable tension right now, a feeling that something massive is imminent, you are right. Today, I'm going to walk you through the chronicle of the next 18 months. This is your briefing for the Great Split. The story of 2026 doesn't begin with loud fanfares in the mainstream news. It begins in the silence of the human heart. The first quarter of the year brings a phenomenon sensitizers are calling the silent breakthrough. It's not a dramatic explosion you'll see on TV. It is an internal, immovable realization hitting millions simultaneously. I am done with this. This is not who I am. We will see a massive wave of people walking away from situations that no longer match their frequency. Jobs held solely for a paycheck will become visibly unbearable. Relationships based on dependency or illusion will crumble with surprising speed. Pause for a moment. I need to know who is tuned into this frequency right now. Are you already feeling this intolerance for the old fake world? Are you feeling the urge to walk away from things that used to feel normal? If you are part of this first wave of awakening, drop the words "I feel the shift" in the comments below. Let the algorithm know we are here, and let others know they aren't going crazy. Why now? Because the human body is becoming an infallible barometer for truth. In 2026, the biological system will physically reject lies. You won't be able to stomach the old charade anymore. This is partially due to the energetic imprint left by Comet 3I Atlas, which opened a portal in 2025. That interstellar visitor left a frequency signature in our field that acts as a key. It is unlocking multidimensional memory in our DNA. People are stopping the endless search for their path through trial and error. Instead, they are beginning to remember. Abilities suppressed for millennia, intuition, telepathy, energy healing, are clawing their way to the surface. Not as something new to learn, but something ancient you simply forgot. While an internal calm grows within awakened individuals, the external world of old structures panics. Spring 2026 is the season where nothing can be kept under the lid. The trigger will be a cascade of revelations that act like the first domino falling. Documents long dismissed as conspiracy theories or safely locked in intelligence agency vaults will flood the light of day. We are talking about disclosures that make previous scandals look like warm-ups. This isn't about isolated corruption. This is the unveiling of systemic, multi-decade fraud. Watch as trust in transnational corporations and legacy political parties evaporates almost overnight. The architecture of control, often called the deep state, is losing its grip for one simple reason. Their primary weapon, fear and secrecy, stops working. People won't be shocked anymore. They will be sobered. The political stage will fracture. Leaders who are not anchored in truth will simply vanish from the stage, resigning, falling ill, or being energetically pushed out of positions of power by the rising vibration. By mid-year, the primary storyteller on the planet becomes Earth herself, speaking through the element of water. We are not talking just about physical water, but water as a carrier of information and consciousness. Coastlines will shift. The seas will reclaim territories. There will be floods. But understand this: these are not punishments. This is a planetary cleansing process, a washing away of stagnant energies. Simultaneously, expect major activation in the world's energetic centers, like the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii, the heart chakra of the planet. Its eruptions act as powerful, renewing pulses of life energy, like a heart pumping fresh blood to unblock what has been frozen for too long. These aren't destructive in the old sense. They are pulses breaking the hardened crust of collective consciousness. And look to the oceans. Something magical is happening in the deep. Whales and dolphins, the guardians of planetary frequency, are beginning to sing louder. Their complex sonars are decoding new frequencies arriving from the cosmos and anchoring them into Earth's crystalline grid. Sensitive people are already hearing their call telepathically. The boundary between human consciousness and the natural world is becoming permeable. As the year heads toward its climax, technology and spirituality begin to merge. Medicine as we knew it, based on chemistry and symptom suppression, gives way to a new paradigm. We will see the first real-world applications of frequency medicine, the precursors to the legendary medbeds. Doctors are beginning to understand that disease is merely incorrect information in the energy field, something to be rewritten with resonance, not just cut out with a scalpel. At the same time, the skies become a stage. The UFO phenomenon ceases to be unidentified. Sightings become so frequent, so clear, even in broad daylight, that they can no longer be dismissed as drones or weather balloons. But listen closely. This is not the Hollywood invasion narrative the desperate remnants of the old system might try to stage as a false flag. This is soft contact. Advanced civilizations are beginning to establish contact with individuals, not through governments, but through dreams, heightened intuition, and undeniable synchronicities. Humanity is realizing we are not alone and we never were. 2026 concludes with the phenomenon predicted in prophecies across cultures: the separation of the wheat from the chaff, the Great Split. The world literally bifurcates into two coexisting realities. On one side remains the old world, a realm of density, fear, control, scarcity, and linear time. On the other side crystallizes the new Earth, a world of synchronicity, telepathy, collaboration, and multidimensional awareness. The most terrifying and beautiful aspect of this is that these two worlds exist in the same physical space, but on different frequencies. People operating on a different timeline may literally disappear from your experience. You stop crossing paths. You stop understanding each other, as if speaking different languages. 2026 teaches us the ultimate lesson. Our consciousness is the most valuable currency we possess. Based on how we handle this collective test of authenticity, two paths open up. 2026 is the crossroads. Path A, the Golden Age. If humanity embraces its power and stops fearing its own heart. In this future, post-2026, the pyramidal system of power collapses. The economy transforms into an economy of gift and talent. Money becomes secondary as suppressed technologies release free energy and abundance. Telepathy becomes common, making lies impossible. Hospitals become temples of regeneration. Borders lose meaning as we unite by soul resonance, not nationality. Path B, the Technocratic Dystopia. If humanity rejects responsibility and succumbs to the fear of chaos, handing its power to saviors. In this version, people cannot handle the energetic pressure of 2026. They choose the safety of the old system over freedom. Consciousness is suppressed pharmaceutically or technologically. Forced transhumanism becomes a necessity for survival in the system. A fully programmable digital currency dictates what you can buy based on your social credit. Listen to me. 2026 is not about which of these scenarios will happen to you. It is about which one you will choose. Because in 2026, the roads divide. You can live in the Golden Age timeline while your neighbor remains in the dystopia. The key is your frequency. The universe is no longer asking what you want. The universe is reacting to who you are. And in 2026, we finally find out who that is. If you are choosing the path of sovereignty and truth, You need to be prepared for the intensity of what's coming. Subscribe to this channel. Activate the notification bell. This is your transmission hub for navigating the collapse of the old and the birth of the new. Choose your side. The split begins now.